afternoon, everyone. This is RAND. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Tuesday, September 16, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. You want to make sure you're in a comfortable position. No outside distraction. Relaxed into your body. Still as a statue. Focused on your breath, rising and falling. Something that's a real releasing practice to get into is, before you get out of bed each morning, sit and feel the reality of impermanence. Just for, 10 minutes, feel how everything is impermanent. Because you feel this deep truth in your bones, and nothing and no one in this world is going to remain here forever. And let it penetrate your head, your heart, and gut. This is a very ancient meditation practice. And doing it for, let's say, 3 weeks in a row will transform your life in the most amazing ways. It's doing it, though, say, not once in a while, but commit to the next 3 weeks. There is a deep emotional and spiritual release when we realize how everything is impermanent. Notice how you become different when you realize everything around you will one day be done, gone. Remain aware of the impermanence of everything throughout your day, and you will discover the greatest freedom arising within you. You'll naturally start tapping into your deepest connection to that divine essence, which continues after this body is gone. And when this occurs by itself, you will always be appreciating this incredible, deep, eternal love of existence. See, because we don't focus on it because it's a fearful thing. And a lot of people fear it, so they don't visit it. And what it really does for us is it gives us a moment to pause in gratitude for everything. Accepting our physical mortality is one of the greatest spiritual practices you can take on. And as you embrace the fact that nothing is permanent in this world, a sacred humility takes over. The over-demanding ego is embarrassed as it sees the futility of its super important plans. Because you go, it goes. You know what I mean? So, the ego mind is gone, and all of its plans for this and that are gone with it. Okay? You hold the key. Only through this humble approach to existence can we find stillness, spiritual freedom, and enlightenment. All other non-humble spiritual paths have some sneaky ego still hiding and holding on in the background. And misery nourishes our ego. That's why you see so many miserable people in this world. The basic central point is the ego, Osho. The basic central point is the ego. All these people. Now, a lot of people, again, don't visit this. Death is the most fierce and deeply penetrating spiritual teacher that we can have. It will not let our ego escape alive. Death will always be waiting around the next corner, ready to wipe our entire life clean. It will remove all material possessions from us, all wounds, all people, all our financial problems and future plans. It is guaranteed, whether it be 20,000 years from now or an hour from now, that one day everything will be removed from our grasp. No matter how safe we think we are, this truth will remain, perhaps because it has the most profound purpose for our spiritual growth. It forces us to remain awake. We must always appreciate this human life that we are given. We have to find reverence. Otherwise, we suffer continuously. Knowing how very fragile this life is, we become kind to everything that is alive. By remembering our mortality, we are not so quick to getting angry at our loved ones, nor become distant, judgmental, or critical with them. We tend to forgive everyone who has wronged us more quickly and return to loving the real heart and soul connection that we do have. And with the awareness that death is approaching, we become more gentle on ourselves, instantly dropping any hard, heavy energy that we may be carrying. We tend to deal with any leftover skeletons hiding in our closet and embrace those things we are avoiding or have been avoiding. We remember that we came here to heal ourselves. And so we stop protecting our hearts from opening up to others. We become radically honest with ourselves and others because we just never know when it's our turn to go. So I offer you an invitation to do something truly radical this week. Share with those who are still with you today how you honestly feel. It may be challenging, not saying it isn't, yet tell them what is going on inside you. Reveal everything. Clear off your emotional plate. Be free to say anything you cannot speak about or say. You just do not know when your best friend, family member, or child will no longer be here, do you? See, and this is what happens. Through our lives, we get caught up in so many things. All this illusion, the ego mind control, the whole thing. And we basically negate, we don't do it on purpose, but we negate life. And it's not like we're cognizant of it. It's unconscious or subconscious. We negate it. We don't embrace it. We find a covey, we strap ourselves in, we get into unnatural states of being, as to us a comfort area, and we stay there throughout the rest of our lives. It's interesting. We've done research through the years with people in their 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, right? And those that took risks, those that stepped outside of a well-established comfort zone, lived longer. Isn't that interesting? Those that did not live longer. And let's say when we get so comfy and smoothed into our zone, so to speak, however you want to call it, the longer we are, the less chance it is that we will take risks. A lot of people think, well, you're 80, life's over, or you're 90, you don't have much time left. And they sit in their dwelling, and time goes by, passes by, and then eventually they're gone. Now, obviously, we all know, at least the people that listen to these meditations know, that we never really die. But because we do not comprehend or embrace the fact that we are eternal beings, that we are not the body, okay? This is why so much emphasis and fear circles around leaving the body. Because we get attached to the physical material plane. If you weren't attached to the physical material plane at all, you enjoyed it, yeah, you embraced it, but you weren't attached to it, then it would be easy peasy. You'd say, well, I'm leaving now. What do you mean leaving? I'm leaving the body. I'm done with this life. deeply grateful for having this life. Or, see, once we become much more discoverable, we discover many more things, then we have the opportunity to stay much longer in the body. There's always a flip side. We've all seen miracles, right? We call them miracles. Where somebody, it's like someone with 4-stage cancer, it proliferated their whole body, the old allopathic, you're done, we can't help you. And they live on. And the cancer's gone. And they don't use conventional treatments. This is becoming more and more prevalent because why? Because more and more people are saying, hey, wait a minute here. I can do something about this. I can research and review and look at alternative applications and not just go by hearsay. I can fix this. I can heal myself. Right? The universe is always there assisting us. Always. All of us have very short lifetimes. I don't know if you live to be 150. It's a short lifetime. Very, very short. And the new Earth, you will look at, if you're 90, you'll be considered a teenager. I'm not kidding you. You will. You'll be considered a young kid at 90. Instead of old and kicked to the curb, really old and kicked to the curb. And this is our intent. This is the change. This is the shift. Across the board. The flip side of it is that you hear all this. This has been said. It's been discussed for millennia. Right? Every which way but loose. It's just, the death cycle, the life cycle, the ending cycle, and all this stuff. But it's old, antiquated, and it's conventional. It isn't the truth. I will absolutely tell you that. It is not the truth. It is a deception. And it's a deception to convince people to believe the deception as the truth. And if you believe it, then you'll manifest it. There's no doubts about it. Then you manifest it. Hey, guess what? There it is. So we have so many opportunities that the universe is laying right in front of us. I mean, you didn't even have to lift a finger, and there it is. But we have, because of our training, we kind of skate around things. We don't visit them pretty much ever. It's like some of you, like all of us, you had like a lot of people pass in your family, immediate loved ones, right? In a short period of time. I had that happen to me several years ago. I mean, I had my mother pass, then my sister a month later passed, and then my oldest brother passed, and then the second to the youngest brother passed. There's just 4 people in a very short period of time. And what were the reasons? Well, different things, which I don't need to go into, but they were just different things. And what does that tell you? That eventually we all will, but who's in charge? It's always been left up in the air, right? It always has. Mortality on this planet has always been left up there in the air. Who's in charge? You are. The God that you are is in charge. I'm not talking about ego-mind charge. I'm talking about awareness and saying, okay, let's heal the body. Let's just heal it. Whatever's been done can be undone. It's been proven numerous times in this civilization, this particular species. It's been proven. And, when you realize that, even when you talk to a bunch of people who have done it, you still are iffy, right? Well, it worked for you, but how do I know if that's going to work for me? Well, you stay committed to positivity. You focus. You become a good student of the application. Yeah, you'll probably doubt a little bit here and there. Because, see, we're always in a hurry. We want things lickety-split. But some things take a while. And that's why I've talked so much about, through the years, about technologies where all they are training wheels for the civilization. This is a complete metamorphosis, ascension into spirit. See, we've been spending all this time trying to figure out how to stay in the body, and the whole answer has been through spirit. Right? To comprehend, to embrace certain things, which most of us don't. We are either hesitant, or because of ego mind's influence, we blow it off. We just blow it off. And to embrace something that I believe this for the entire civilization, and you can't say this enough, life is but the expression of spirit through matter. To make life manifest requires the union of spirit and body. It's pretty common sense. When you look at the body, if there's no spirit in it, the body is lifeless. It's true. When spirit enters the body, life begins. It's like, a mother, female becomes pregnant and it has a fetus, right? But the fetus has no spirit yet. It's totally sustained on the energy of the mother. Totally. Now, when does a spirit actually enter? Utero. Okay. Spirit comes in through utero. And enters the body. And then how much farther after that? You're talking about birth, the body's birth. And then the life cycle begins. Without spirit, we have nothing. Zero. Everything is lifeless. That's how important our spirit is. It is massively impactful for us to completely comprehend who and what we are. And most of us are so distracted in the physical material that we never do. And a lot will figure that, well, if I go into religion, I'll find my answers. You won't. Because had people found their answers in religion, the truth, we would have an entirely different planet and a much more positive, higher frequency. Okay? And see, when you look at this, anything in this life, if it throughout the ages, if something is commented upon, that's great, okay. But the question is, what has it done for the planet in a high vibrational frequency way? Okay? Collectively, not just small group here and there. What has it done for the planet? Collectively. And if you see strife, and you see conflict, and you see hatred, and you see pain, and you see suffering on a large scale, it has done zero. The impact of it has been insignificant. All the gurus throughout the ages, saints, however you describe them, archangels, angels, whatever, okay? What has been the impact on this planet on a large scale? Insignificant. Really. This is how you get... See, we have the answers within us. So when you're a watcher and observer, you're not judging, so you're not in ego mind. You take this in, you realize, if it isn't for the greater good of the civilization and this species of planet Earth, why give it energy? Why? Why give it attention? And that's exactly what we do on this planet. We give that stuff attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. We all know that. So we could sit and focus on what? What is going to, in a very high frequency way, going to impact this planet completely. Discovering who and what you are. Genuinely dumping all the garbage that has been taught to you. Takes a lot of courage for anyone to do that. That's why so few embrace it. But it's coming because the frequencies are increasing on planet Earth. The shift is well underway, and the higher and higher frequencies begin to take position, which means they're not leaving anytime soon. Those that are in oblivion, that just don't know, will incarnate over and over until they get it. Those that are aware to a certain extent will walk into a new earth, a God-planet paradise, and will experience it as it evolves, step by step. Okay? You're witnessing the expulsion of evil, pure evil on this planet, and there's no arguing about it whatsoever. You're seeing it. It is revealing itself really, truly, for the very first complete time. And this is unprecedented for us to have this experience when it all comes out of hiding and we can view it for what it is. And the transition is continuing, as you can see for yourself. It is not depleting, it's not fading, it is getting stronger and stronger and stronger every step we take. It isn't about anger, it isn't about revenge, it isn't about murder, death, kill, destruction. It's the opposite. Love, bliss, joy, tranquility, peace, benevolence, all there within us. See, it's amazing how we've been wrapped and designed, because we carry all those things that we have been trained to believe are outside of us. We carry them all. We always have. They're permanent. It's like you decide to love yourself, you love yourself. There's no real arguing about it. You forgive yourself for anything that crops up or comes in, right? You don't judge yourself. You're done with that. You've learned to be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Stay in deep gratitude at all times. Constantly reminding yourself. Why do we do that? So that we move out of the ego mind, into the heart mind. And then what happens is the ego says, and the whole point of the ego mind is we teach it to find peace within. And it eventually does. And then it's no longer needed. And it's no longer there. As I've said, just talking about this is massively impactful if one is receptive and aware enough to embrace it and not just blow it off. Join you in meditation. I'll return to close this out. out from the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body. Focus on your breath rising and falling. To be spiritually awake means you are fully present to this eternal celebration of life in each moment. There is no judgment about good, bad, or right, wrong. You are simply in a state of awe and gratitude for what is. This is a completely effortless task. Yet even effortless is too much a word to truly discover it. Go about your day even more freely, lightly, and effortlessly than you ever have in your entire life. Make celebration of existence the number one commitment throughout today. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. We will return here Wednesday, September 17, 2025. We'll left us 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. And after 9:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our time for change call. Be gentle, kind, generous, humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's going on out there or within you, open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.